What makes a warm home? Entry 14, football season. The days slowly start to shorten. As summer turns to fall, the summer heat begins to break. Kids start going back to school, and every store carries a big selection of school supplies. The air begins to cool, and the windows and doors can be opened up to start airing out the stuffy house that has been cooled only by air conditioning for the last few months. Pumpkin spice lattes start appearing at coffee shops, but for me, the biggest indicator that fall is on the way is that football season finally arrives. For me, growing up in Wisconsin, football season, specifically the Green Bay Packer season, was the marker that summer was over. There are many markers for fall, but football was always my favorite. Now living in Texas, fall takes a little longer to get here. Football season arrives at the same time, and I still can't shake the feeling that the holidays are right around the corner and the world is about to get a whole lot cozier. Sundays always start with church. First and foremost, for me, Sunday is mainly a day of rest. Depending on the week, sometimes chores linger into Sunday, but I do my best to avoid most work for a day and spend time with my wife. And when we can, either her family or mine, when they happen to be in town. But when it's just my wife and I in the fall, they get a bit ritualized. Usually after church, we have lunch. My favorite game day food still to this day is Papa Murphy's pizza. The gooey cheese and sausage were always representative of parties and fun times. Eating lunch during the first quarter when the games are at noon usually means that by the third quarter, a nap is in order, a short 10 to 20-minute snooze. Most of the time, I wake up around the start of the fourth and cheer my Packers on, hopefully to a win in the fourth quarter. During my years of high school and college, football would be on in the background the rest of the day unless the Packers played at a different time. Sunday night was prime time, and watching the big rivalry games kept me entertained until it was time for bed. The background noise, the announcers, the crowd cheering for a big play, the players communicating on the field, and the smacking sound of pads making contact became the soundtrack of days of relaxing. That first game of the season, though, my anticipation builds throughout the late summer. Each week of August, hearing about the weekly cuts of the team, the preseason games, although not as interesting to watch, start revving the engine of excitement. And although it means that the time of backyard barbecues and days at the pool are coming to a close, it does mean that the excitement of having the guys over to cheer on a team and enjoy some wings and beer is right around the corner. In the fall, even more so than the rest of the year for me, Sundays bring people together. The crisp air starts to bring people inside, and I love having friends over to enjoy some fellowship and excitement for our teams doing battle under the lights. Even when our favorite teams are in opposition, it not only builds friendships, but it also recharges my batteries and gets me ready for the rest of the week. Start creating your warm home. Visit etsy.com/shop/warm home candles co. If you enjoy this audio journal, I would appreciate it if you hit subscribe or left a review. I will be publishing a new audio journal every week on Wednesday at noon on YouTube and Spotify. You can also find Warm Home brands and candles on Facebook and Instagram. And lastly, remember, a warm home isn't about the things in your home, but about the people who live there and the grace and peace God gives them every day. Thanks for listening.